Hi, we are Team Technovators and our project is SmartHire. What is SmartHire? SmartHire is a solution for enterprise organizations to make the process of recruitment efficient and effective for them. So the whole idea of building this application is to make the lives of recruiters easy, which in turns reduce the anxiousness of the candidates. So basically, it's a one-stop solution where everything, right from shortlisting the candidates to scheduling interviews and selecting or rejecting a candidate, is done easily within a single application. So this eliminates the need for third-party organization, and it's also very user-friendly. So both employees and recruiters can use it easily. Okay. All right. So let's to in order to give a slight background about why we chose to do this project is that we right now we're seeing that we're applying for a lot of jobs and there's a lot of delay in response from the recruiters as well. So we can see that this process is very tedious for the recruiters as well. So we're trying to automate the functionalities that is involved in shortlisting and interviewing and selecting or rejecting candidates. So we're automating this entire process as much as possible so that we can bridge the gap between the recruiters and candidates. All right. So let me explain the functionalities that are used within this as we go through the demo. All right. So this is the home screen where we can see we have a login option. So we can log in either as an employee or as a recruiter. And obviously, we have given role-based access here. And since the tool is for recruitment, a recruiter has more functionalities that he or she can perform on the application than an employee. Let me log in as a recruiter right now. So these are the various features that are available. So these are the various functionalities that are available for a recruiter. I will explain what each of these does. To give a background about the technologies that we're using, so we're using S3, where a technical sourcer will place all the resumes, which is parsed. So there's a job running in the background which automatically gets all the S3 resumes as soon as they're placed. So it gets them, it parses and inserts into the SQL table. And we've handled such that if a resume has already been parsed and insert, it won't happen again. So this happens. So we have MySQL table from which we're getting all the data onto the application. All right, and we've used Flask server, and also for front end we've used HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. All right. So the first functionality is view all employees. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. So this is the screen where a recruiter, if he or she wants to view all the employees within the company. So here we can. So we've made sure not to give too many information and only give the most important information. Since the whole idea is to make lives easier. So here we can see the different information of a employee. Similarly, here we have a view all candidates, which basically shows all the candidates who have applied for various roles within the company. All right. Next, as a recruiter, I should have the option to post a job. So whenever my company has an opening, I will be posting a job using this screen here, using this form here. So here I will say job title. Say I would say senior data engineer. Yeah, and I would say years of experience is 2. And skill set, I would want the person to know SQL. I would want them to know Python and probably Power BI. All right, and maybe Tableau as well. All right, and job description should have SQL experience and handling large databases. Yeah, that should be good enough. So I'm giving a job description. So when I say submit, we can see that this role has been added in the open jobs. So in open roles, we can see that this lists all the open roles that are currently present within the company. So we can see that senior data engineer and should have SQL experience in large. So this also comes up here. Another thing is that from this point, now that we've gotten all the candidates from their resumes, we've passed and inserted into the database, and we also have all the open roles. So the next thing I want to do is shortlist candidates, which is a very tedious process. So in this application, all that has to be done is when I click on this applications button as a recruiter, I have the functionality where when I click on this applications, candidates are automatically shortlisted. Candidates are automatically shortlisted, and I can see all the values, all the relevant. This screen, basically this screen shows all the candidates that are relevant to the job. So I have clicked on software engineer. So there are more candidates present in our table, obviously, but not all of them are relevant for a software engineer job. So how I've calculated this relevance to software engineer role is, that's what this relevance score denotes. So what we've done here is that for an open role, for a software engineer role, we take what the skills that are required for a software engineer are and what the years of experience are. We match this with that of the candidates. So I would see how many skill sets and how the year of experience matches with that of the candidates, and based on these values a relevance score is assigned to every candidate to show how relevant he or she is to a specific role. So as we can see that we've displayed this in descending order. So the most relevant candidates are will be coming up first, and as we scroll down, the less relevant candidates are shown. So here we don't have to sit and manually shortlist them. So it's just shortlisted automatically for us. And if I want to view the resume of this person, when I click on this, I can view the resume of this person. So here is this person's resume. All right. So the next thing, now I have shortlisted. So what do I want to do next? I want to schedule an interview. So how we have shortlisted candidates based on how relevant they are to a skill. We have also shortlisted. We have also calculated the employees who are relevant to be interviewers for a specific role. We have a similar calculation based on skill set and years of experience, and we get the most relevant interviewers. And when I click on schedule interview, the most relevant interviewer is assigned to this person. So as you can see here, a person named Alice who is assigned as a interviewer to this person. So it's automated here. All right. So now that, okay, so I've shortlisted the candidate, I've assigned a interview as well. All right. So now I know that I have interviewed the candidate and I like his or her performance. So say suppose I want to close a position. As a recruiter, I have the power to close the position once it has been filled, once I have recruited a person for the role. So when I click on close position, I will no longer be able to view that position within my within the open roles. So now that the position has been closed. So that's what this denotes. All right. So now we have seen open roles, we have seen how to post a job and how we can close a role. One more thing is that I can post feedback when I take interview for a person. So this can be done by employees and recruiters. So when I say I'm interviewing Vijay and for the role of software engineer, yeah, I want to say good coding and communication skills. Yeah. So I can submit feedback. And as a recruiter, I have the functionality to view the feedback of all the candidates. So we can see that this person has gotten the feedback after an interview. And again, from here, I can view the resume. So these are all the different functionalities that a recruiter can perform on the application. So this is in order to make recruitment process easy for the recruiter. All right. So the next thing is I will log out and we can see what are all the different functionalities that are there for an employee. So I'm logging in as an employee here. All right, so I've logged in as an employee. As an employee, I will not be able to add a position or close a position, and I will not be able to view all employees, all candidates, or I will not be able to view the feedback. The only functionalities that I will be able to do is that I will be able to see what the open roles currently are, and what are the I can only view. I will not be able to shortlist the candidates. Rather, I will only be able to view who the candidates are for a specific role, who the candidates that have been shortlisted for a specific role are. All right. And if I take an interview for any of the candidate, I should be able to post feedback for the person as an employee. So here I can post the feedback for any given person. So that is with respect to an employee's powers. Yeah. Thank you for providing the preview. All right. So these are the functionalities that can be done for an employee. All right. So that is the Smart Hire application, which is built in order to make recruitment easy uh, for the enterprise organizations.